Chapter 10. The show must go on. The day of the concert began with a vibrant orchestra of controlled chaos. The old warehouse, a formerly dark and dusty space, was now a flurry of activity. Tables were being set up for Sophia's pan dulce and horchata. Volunteers were hanging posters and banners, and Liam and his team were meticulously arranging the upcycled art. An endless stream of people began to arrive, drawn in by the viral social media posts and the news stories, their excitement a tangible energy in the air. Mina, wearing her half-and-half outfit, moved through the crowd with a new sense of purpose, giving instructions and offering words of encouragement. Around noon, a series of small, frustrating problems began to crop up, compounding the stress. Svetlana, with her usual pragmatic efficiency, discovered they were missing the fancy tablecloths they had rented. "I swear I checked them off the list," she said, her expression a mix of perplexity and concern. A quick call to the rental company confirmed they had been delivered to the wrong address. Mina, taking it in stride, suggested finding volunteers to go and retrieve them. "Rome wasn't built in a day," she said with a reassuring smile. "We'll get it figured out." Just as soon as she made the request, Rohan popped up and chimed in. "Hey, I can call my mom, no problem. She will happily take me. Just write down the address and we'll put it into the GPS." With that, he disappeared and came back an hour later with the tablecloths in hand and a giant smile on his face, eager to please Mina. Just as that problem was being resolved, a loud crash came from the horchata table. A large plastic container of the creamy white drink had been inadvertently knocked over, spilling its contents all over the floor. Lily, her face falling, let out a distressed sigh. "I'm so sorry, Mina," she said, her voice full of shame. "This is not what we planned. I think I was just a little too eager and enthusiastic." Mina, looking at the spilled mess, took a deep breath. "It's okay, Lily," she said, a sense of calm confidence in her voice. "It's just a little setback. We'll clean it up." While a team of volunteers grabbed mops, Sophia, with a renewed sense of urgency, ran back to her family's bakery to get more horchata. It was a race against the clock, but they all knew she would make it back in time. As the chaos continued, a new family arrived, carrying large trays of food. It was Omar's family, dressed in traditional Arabic clothing. They set up a table with plates of flavorful rice, spiced chicken, fresh vegetables, and naan. "My mom and sisters cooked all morning," Omar said, a proud smile on his face. "This is our way of helping." A little while later, Svetlana's and Anna's parents both arrived, carrying platters of sweet Russian desserts, little pastries and cakes that were a beautiful novelty among the other foods. Her family had even donated several matryoshka dolls to auction off. Finally, with tables set and food prepared, it was time to get the lights and speakers working. Liam and a small group of volunteers had been meticulously connecting the wires and setting up the soundboard. Just as the final speaker was plugged in, a deafening pop echoed through the warehouse and all the lights went out. The speakers went silent. A collective groan went up from the volunteers. Mina's heart sank. A wave of distress washed over her. "What just happened?" Liam asked, his voice full of concern. "The fuses," David shouted, running over to the breaker box. "We overloaded the system. It's an old warehouse. The wiring can't handle all the lights and speakers." This was the one thing they hadn't planned for. All the small, manageable problems now felt like a formidable wave of bad luck. The concert was scheduled to start in just over an hour. "Okay," Mina said, taking a deep breath, her voice surprisingly steady. "Svetlana, check the budget. Do we have enough for generators?" Svetlana, with her usual pragmatic efficiency, was already on her tablet. "Yes. We have just enough for 2 generators as we had a few more donations come in today." "Liam, you and Omar are on generator duty," Mina said, her mind now racing. "Go. We'll be okay. We'll get this figured out. Many hands make light work," Omar said as they rushed out to have Liam's dad pick them up in his old truck and drove them off to Joe's Hardware. When they arrived back, Rohan was very annoyed to know that they shopped at the store, given they refused to help him and Mina, but he was still relieved to see everything back in working order. As Liam and Omar unloaded the generators, the rest of the team sprang into action. Mina made an impromptu announcement to the growing crowd. "We've had a small technical issue," she said, a nervous smile on her face. "We'll be getting started in about 30 minutes or so. Thank you all for your patience.